back, guys. It's good to be back. I've been crazy busy. I've been having to do union negotiations, and it's made me edgy. So I've been cursing a lot at home, and with an 8-year-old, that's never a good idea. So I've been really trying to stop cursing in front of my child, and he's really good at correcting me, because every time that I curse in front of him, he's like, "Daddy, time out." Yeah, and so in our house, the rules are, he's 8, so he gets 8-minute timeouts. I'm 44, so that means I got a 44-minute timeout. So I totally have a life hack. But when I have a hard day at work, I just come home, I just drop 2 F-bombs and take a nice long power nap. I'm like, hey, sorry, babe, I know I was in a little long, but rules are rules, you know, I can't. Yeah, you know, and so the other thing my son did the other day was like, he went to Wawa the previous day with his buddy, he got a bunch of shit. So, yes, the other day, I said, I'm not feeling like making dinner, buddy, I'm going to Wawa. I'm like, what do you want? He looks at me, he's like, I want you to pick me up an Al Pacino. An Al Pacino. Yes, Daddy. So I'm like, okay, what would an 8-year-old think is an Al Pacino that you purchase at a Wawa? So I'm like, Stephen, do you mean a cappuccino? No, Dad, I know the difference between an A and a C. I'm like, okay, Mr. Smartass. So I reach out to his buddy's mom, explain everything. She laughs and says, oh, I got myself an apple fruit juice drink with a shot of energy in it called an Apple-chino. Makes sense. But I'm like, no, that little turd was mean to me, so I ain't letting that go away. So the next time he looks me in the eye and says he wants an Apple-chino, I'm just going to say to him, well, you send this boy back home to Oregon! I'm going to take a flamethrower to this place! You know, and the other thing that happened with my son the other week was I had to sign a permission slip for him to attend assembly at school put on by the Bethlehem Police Department called Good Touch, Bad Touch. And so kids don't get touched in nasty in our places. I'm like, wait a second, why the hell do I have to sign this? Like, what parent's gonna look at this and be like, yeah, you know, my kid is rather attractive. Screw it. They'll find out the hard way when they're 18. Yeah, you know, being a parent's hard. It's never easy. It's never easy. But with what's going on in the world today, it's so much harder for me, man. It's so much harder. I think a lot of parents would agree. Seeing how screwed up everything is, thinking about what my child awaits him in the future, it sucks. But the one thing that makes me think about it too is like, you know, my son, when he was a little younger, he liked dinosaurs. They were on everything. His backpack, pajamas, he had a ton of dinosaur toys, and I'm like, oh wait, I had the same thing when I was about his age. I think a lot of you guys in here, who here liked dinosaurs when you were a kid? Yeah, exactly. It's a guy thing. We all like dinosaurs, which got me thinking, like, if we all go extinct from our own ignorance, do you think whatever intelligent species gets this planet in some far-flung future, I wonder if they're going to put little humans on their kids' clothing? Yeah, you know, but they might not be as smart as us. You know, they might think they are, but they might not be. They might fuck it up. They might put our legs where our arms are where our legs are. You know, they'll put our asses up top and our heads down below. Some guy with like a patch jacket's gonna be like, yes, these things walked around and went down like this to eat, and then all the waste came out from up top. You're like, oh my God, thank God those things are extinct. They were disgusting. Yeah, you know, and like I said, you know, it is screwed up how the world is. But you know, if there's one thing that gives me comfort, no matter how screwed up the world is in the future, it's gonna be just one thing. Just one thing. When I'm towards the end of my life, and there's not much time left in my hourglass, I'll be able to have sex with a robot. Yeah, I mean, listen, my wife barely wants this at 44. You think she's going to want this one at 80? No. No. Look, I love her. I don't want this for her either. That's why I know I can just go online, get myself a Humpatron 9000 with gyro tongue action, and we both win. Because what better way to go out as a guy with ball draining fun with your last days on this planet? Exactly. All right, I'll leave you. There's one more. Please, everybody, when you leave here, get home safe. And listen, the most important thing is, if the cops don't see it, it's not illegal. Yeah, and if they pull you over, if you don't see it, it's not illegal. Like, no, officer, I didn't see that walker sticking out of my grill. If I saw it, I totally would have stopped. All right, thank you, everybody.
Daddy!
Thank you.